Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Hermit. So this card has been the most active out of the entire week. The Devil's been quite active this week. The Temperance card has been quite active this week, and so has the Hermit. And so the message behind this for you guys, whenever the Hermit shows up, I always say to people, when the Hermit shows up, the High Priestess or your intuition has a message for you. But in order for you to hear that message, in order for you to listen to that intuition, you do have to pull yourself out of the norm. This is a week, my dear Aquarius, where you need to put your nose to the grindstone and you need to do the hard work. This is the week where you have to pull yourself away, get focused, get grounded. This is a time to really start thinking about how it is that you, what's the word? It's not quite, well, no, actually, maybe this is going back to the drawing board for some of you. And the reason I say this is because the Hermit card is Virgo ruled. Virgo is very much about precision, about being precise. It's also about pulling the goods or the nutrients out of something and leaving what isn't. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to pull away so that you can do the whole process of filtering something out. I really feel that this is a week where not having too much interaction, not being super social, not be, like this is a week to work behind the scenes. It's a week for you to listen to your intuition, to pay attention to what your own inner guidance is telling you. And in order to do that, you do have to kind of pull away from the noise or the maddening crowd in some regard. So for, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Your actions and options, you've got that Eight of Swords. This suggests that there is something that you're having to work through and you won't be able to get out of it until it's done. You might have social engagements, very possible, that are trying to pull you away from this. You might have your partner and or family or significant other that's trying to pull you away from this. And the truth of the matter is the Eight of Wands, so you've got two eights here. 2/8 represents new knowledge. The new knowledge that's coming in is coming from deep within you and how you apply it to the knowledge and the wisdom that's available to you currently. You have two options, two paths ahead of you, my dear Aquarius. You can jump into all of the social stuff and make that your priority and drop the ball somewhere else. I'm not saying that this is the only option. I'm just saying this is how it feels to me, especially with the cards that are present. Or you can knuckle down, do the work first, and then get to the social time. And that's what this pairing is basically saying to you. It's not supposed to be all work, but it's also not supposed to be all pleasure. You have to find a balance between these two things. And the Hermit card is really asking you, it's basically saying your intuition knows there's something that you should be working on at this moment in time. And if you don't work on it now, it's going to be harder for you to do later on. So stick to it. The other thing with that Eight of Swords, remember this is a card of being in something for the long haul. So you've got this with the Hermit card. This is about really being very clear and honest with yourself about what you are truly invested in for your future and how much you are actually invested in it. So you've got the Hermit card here with the Empress card. So the Empress is in your communications. This is lots of good communication. It's fun, it's easy, it's vibrant, it's potentially lucrative and or financially supporting conversations that you could be having this week, but you have to do the work. You have to show up. And again, you have to be thinking about the long term. The other thing about this Empress card as well, for those of you that are studying, this is great because it's like you're getting a fresh you're getting a fresh perspective, but a fresh excitement is coming in for whatever journey you're going on now when it comes to your studies. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be a benefactor or a really important woman that comes into your life in the workplace that wants to play a supporting role to you, but will expect you to deliver. All right, you're going to have to show up here. There's no freebies this week, but that's all right. Aquarius is not shy or adverse to hard work. They never have been. You know, it's just now it has to be a bit more focused. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, I love this. I love this for an opportunity that shows up that maybe demands more of your time, that maybe demands that you can't be as social as you would like to be, that, you know, while everybody else is sort of out for lunch and drinks and all the rest of it, you're sat at home, you know, working your tushy off on something, but the results are there, the rewards are there. This is the time really to just put foot to the, you know, you got to work, you got to put foot to butt. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, I mean, you guys are in a unique position. If you want to make it more social than anything else, this is a great time to do so. For your, excuse me, your heart and half, your love and relationships, you've got the Two of Pentacles. For those of you that have been in relationships that have come to an end, this suggests that there will be conversations that are had with the previous significant other, maybe about how you're going to press forward, maybe about what is available to you, or about splitting assets. That's a very big possibility. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is about having a conversation with your significant other to say, I've got to give it everything that I have right now. And that means I'm maybe not going to have dinner on the table at 6:30 every day. Maybe I'm not going to be able to go out for dinner with you every other week. Like, you know, this next however long period, what, 2-3 months, I'm going to have to really put my nose to the grindstone and work hard. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices in order to have the things that you want. That's just as plain as I can put it. But this is a great week for setting things up. For those of you that are single, I've got to be honest, even though it's the Hermit card, there is a distraction or two, which, hey, listen, I'm here for it, but it's been long enough. So, you know, that's very, very possible. But again, it's just about keeping it in balance and moderation. Then you've got the Eight of Wands as your money and materials. So when it comes to your finances, this is a lot of conversations about future plans. This is you doing some research on maybe, you know, if you've got your own business, maybe you're researching a target market. If you are working for somebody else, maybe you're looking at a future job role that you want, that somebody has said to you, you would be a great candidate for it, but you're going to need to do this, this, and this in order to step into that role. So this week, it's like you're clearly defining what the success making or building steps are, and you're having to get through it, get to it. Yes, there are blessings here. Yes, you can be social, but this has to take a back seat to everything else now. The hard work is what's important right now. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Eight of Wands is your lower back. This would, especially because you've got the Hermit card here as well, this would be a great week. I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but this would be a great week to get back into stretching. If this is something that you do or want to do, maybe even a yoga practice, you get a lot out of this week, especially if you can build that as a practice moving forward. When it comes to your home and environment, home is going to be busy. There's going to be, you know, and this is the juxtaposition. There's a lot of invites coming in. There's a lot of, yeah, you know, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, okay, I can't do all of it and work on this thing at the same time. So what do? Let's say you've got, I don't know, 2, or let's say you've got 4 or 5 engagements for the whole month, you know, for socializing. Because you've got this bigger sort of responsibility that feeds into the life you say you want, 2, maybe even 3 of those engagements you're going to have to decline. So you're getting fun time, you're getting to have, you know, enjoyment and all the rest of it, but you're also having to say, okay, you know what, what's the priority here? Other than that, I actually think this is going to be a great week, and it's like whatever you're learning, whatever new knowledge comes in for you this week, I think it illuminates to you the journey that you're about to embark on, and I think it could be truly wonderful. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.